it starts to become more about your wits and more about your knowledge, like, you know, taking safe assumptions about playing mind games with them, trying to play from their perspective. Like, okay, how can I make this person do what I want them to do? How can I make them come down this hall? How can I get them to chase me? How can I get them to separate? You know, you have to like kind of start thinking about it from their perspective. And a lot of times you can just manifest that stuff to happen if you just, you know, do the right thing. What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm going to teach you how to dominate off drop as soon as you touch ground at your favorite POI. We'll be covering when to take fights, when to let enemies run away, how to loot efficiently and move through a POI safely, how to take advantage of huge opportunities that most players miss, and how to win 1v2's with ease. That's right, this video is going to feature me dropping into a single POI repeatedly many times over and explaining exactly how I am winning the drop and clearing the POI by myself. If you feel like you are dying off drop at popular POIs, this video should really help you, and it will increase your win rate. Now, I know this is a long video, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. This is gonna be an edit of a live master training session, which happens twice a week with myself and other master members in the Shinobi Clan, and if you're interested in that sort of thing, click the join button down below to check out the master level membership or the link in the video description. All right, well, let's get into it. Yeah, that's something that I would just encourage you guys to do. Like, get comfortable getting uncomfortable, right? Be uncomfortable off your drop and be okay with it. Like, try to make what's in your inventory work, because you're not always going to have the best loot. And if you go and search for loot in another area, given the situation that I was in, it was going to take too long or it was going to be too risky. So I'd rather just get involved in the fights. If I see an opportunity to jump those guys, which they were fighting somebody else, so I'm like, okay, yeah, we can actually get involved here safely. And if they fry us, we can get out. You know, we have dashes, we can just get out of this. But the best way to get loot is to kill enemies and take their loot. That's the best way to get more loot quickly is just eliminate players. So everyone is just like this goodie bag waiting to pop. And if you can figure out a way to pop the goodie bag safely, then you don't have to spend much time looting. You'll have more fun, you'll get more kills, etc. All the good things happen. So right here I land outskirts because there's a lot of gliders on that side, and I kind of don't want to get involved in all that congestion. I kind of want to let it simmer down a little bit, and I want a third party with better loot than them. So oftentimes what you'll find is if you drop into a hot spot, you're all going to be struggling to get good loot, and you're all going to be struggling with health and ammo. So if you drop too hot, then you give yourself no chance, really. I mean, you give yourself very bad odds, just as bad as everybody else around you, kind of. Like, you're just hoping that nobody comes around the corner where you're, you know, trying to heal when there's 3 people around, sort of thing. So now I've got space, I've got loot. These guys have probably got decent loot as well. I see 2 crowns, good. Should be a decent fight here. And now we're looking for opportunities from above, and we're trying to gain information. This is loot that dropped. So see how we're not involved deeply in this fight yet? We're gonna put some pressure out on this wall because I have an SMG as my secondary, and I want to get information. I'm in a 1v1 now. I'm pretty confident that I'm a 1v1. We're gonna shortcut that, and boom. So you can see, like, I don't have the best loot, but as long as I'm taking safe fights, and especially taking advantage of other players fighting, you know, you can make a lot of stuff work that most people would think, I need more loot before I take a fight. Like, I'm not taking damage really in my fights in most cases because I'm just being an opportunist.
Never once have you experienced like, oh gosh, he has a shotgun and I have an AR and now I'm dead. Like, you always like manage to...
See, we get distance here because this is not a safe fight. I don't know how many people are here. 2 people? Yeah, exactly. So if I take that fight, I die. I'm going to throw down a squishy, get some movement, and I'm going to try to split these guys. I'm looking back to see if anyone moves to this open space. There he comes. This is a 1v1. My gun's out before his. He didn't know where I was. That's now making this fight easy. We go straight to heals, and we get ready to bunker up if this guy pushes fast. We've got him too. Now I get space because I don't want him hitting me with a big shot. So you see how I got him so critically hurt that I'm like, okay, My health is good, I know that, and the worst thing I could do is take a massive shot to the face and then miss a couple shots. And I have, you know, so that's why I backed up right there. Even though I probably would have won that fight anyways, it's just kind of better to be safe. But you can see also how I split them, right? Like, fairly straightforward, but most people don't really think about doing that. They'll usually take that fight on the roof first. They make it a one-step fight instead of like a 2 or 3-step fight. And I would always encourage you to do a 2 or 3-step fight where you make somebody chase you, because oftentimes when you see somebody run, your initial reaction to that is, oh, this is a weak player running, like either weak health or weak skills, right? So I have an advantage. They instantly think that they're at an advantage because they're fighting somebody that's either hurt or just sucks at the game. And the second they find out, it's like, oh, what? Why is that guy running? You know? Well, it was a 2v1. And also I just want a little more space so that you run into my trap because you're very confident about the way I'm playing, the way you're playing, etc. Okay, so now I'm looking at gliders. I see 2 gliders behind me. Wow, there's nobody coming over here. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 2 teams. So I see 4 total people. That's 2 different teams. I'm looking at where they drop. Okay, so this team is pushing me. I have the loot. Okay, this guy probably has a gun as well. I need to get some distance because now I'm too close to him. I have a crappy gun. Getting this shotgun. And I'm looking for an opportunity to split these guys because they're too close to each other. And there's another one coming up behind me. So our only chance is to pick up the Squishy and get out of here. Squishy doesn't want to come with me. These actually might be AI if I'm not dead right now. That's kind of crazy. I should be dead. That's an AI. There's so much AI right now. That's crazy. Is that an AI? So now I push in. Even though I've got very little health, I can take this angle right here. I can get an advantage because it's in a 1v1. Now we're going to back up some more because we don't have a lot of health. We don't want to get shot by a shotgun. We want to use our advantages, right? Little head glitch. And boom. So see, I probably lose that fight if I play at close range. If I were to take this first fight and get involved right here, that next guy's going to have an angle on me, right? So target prioritization is fight this guy right here and don't get too involved. Keep backing up because I know if I can get this player out here, I can deal with him given my inventory. If I push in, very likely that I'm going to get killed because I don't have very much shield, you know, and they're going to hit me for 100 plus. And yeah, it's just going to be all kinds of bad. Wow, look at those presents. That bot had everything. So now there's a team out here. Actually, that may have been the bot team. I'm not really completely sure. So we have everything we need already. Like this is all I really need is some more ammo. Okay, so we got somebody pushing in. So this is one thing is like you want to secure a perimeter. So now we look around. We look for easy tags. It's an AI. You can just tell it's an AI because it pushed alone. I remember that Brutus was alone, so the way they were moving is a little AI-like. Yeah, so I've got fighting loot. I'm ready to go. I don't really need any more loot. Like, if I was playing a ranked game, sure, I'd loot more. I'd get the yoink shotgun or whatever. But in terms of what we're doing right here, I'm fine with this. And I would encourage everybody to move out of your POIs with this type of loot right here. This is great. You got heals. You got tons of movement. You got a gold AR. Like, if you stay in your POI and you keep looting, your loot's going to get maybe 20% better at best, and you're going to waste like probably 3 to 5 minutes where you could be fighting and getting better at the game or just having more fun.
So I'm noticing you're like taking these fights. Like I saw myself, for example, in that Supernova part, like oh, there's like so many footsteps. In case it would be a solo game, I would be like, oh, there's like 4 pairs of footsteps and I have a DMR. I would be fully leaving again. And this is my issue. I'm noticing that I'm like, I want to play it so safe and so secure that I just like, nope. And you're like taking safe peeks, you're like taking taking the fight, but safely. So
yeah, that's the thing is like you've got to recognize like where you can create advantages and how to cut those angles, and again, prioritize like one target at a time, where you're focusing on just a 1v1 and you're taking that 1v1 in a very safe way. Notice that all of my 1v1s, my initial 1v1 is never close range. I'm not trying to get in a close range fight because anything can happen in a close range fight, right? Like you can whiff a shot, the other enemy hits a big shot, and now it's like, cool. Maybe we can pull this one off, but the next fight, no, right? Not happening. So see how this is a very hot, congested area over here. I need to get out. Moving quick, sliding, stamina management. We got shotgun, we got pistols. I'm thinking about going down here. It's not super safe because there could be a duo coming down here. I know somebody landed in this area, but I do have enough distance, and I do have that grind rail that I'm just going to risk it. I just need shields. Got footsteps above me. I know that I can play this still and use these zip lines to gain space. I'm seeing if I can get a shield pot off the wall here. Check this, see if I can open this door. I'm gonna go into sneak mode and just watch this right shoulder in case somebody drops. Okay, they're not. I'm gonna buy 2 shield pots. And now I'm ready to fight. I mean, mobility would be great, but I do have 2 bunkers, which I can definitely make work. Just gonna drop a shotgun. Probably pick up whatever's in here. And we're actually gonna go Spire instead. Actually, I'll go kill switch to try to help answer that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and buy 1 more shield pot in case I take some damage. It's pretty likely since I have no mobility, I can't really get space. So now we can get back up to 100 shields with what we got here. Okay, we got footsteps. Now I'm instantly spacing. I'm not going towards the footsteps. I want to know more about what's happening. I want to know about my surroundings, and I want to get information about where this player's at. So they're not on roof. We know that. And I'm looking for other players in the distance pushing in. I see 1 pair. I'm just sussing them out right now. I'm feeling them out. Okay, he's got a scanner. He's going to be confident now. One of them might push me, and I need to be thinking about both of them pushing me. So I want to play in an area where I can drop off roof very quickly if they both push, and I can get some distance. So that's what I'm looking at right now. This guy seems like he's either all the way under or he's out here. But I'm not going to just dive in and just find out. I'd rather just play outskirts for now, because I still don't know where both of them are at. Now I see these guys fighting over there. Looking at roof before I take this shot. Okay, we deal 130. We're still looking over here to make sure that nobody's looking to take opportunity on us. And that's like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like not getting overly committed to any single fight on drop is really important. Now I'm pretty confident I'm getting scanned by by this guy. And go ahead and dash up. Okay, and now we need to get some space because he's feeling confident. If he comes through here, he's gonna have trouble fighting me. Okay, he's got Morgan the Mist Gauntlet, so I'm gonna go ahead and bunker up. He's thinking I'm turtling right now. So now we're just gonna look for free damage. It's not happening yet. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy down so I have some combat movement. Space out again. This guy's starting to get annoyed by how much I'm running, and he's starting to get frustrated. Now he's gonna go ahead and try to Morgan miss me. I'm getting space, and now he's getting himself killed. See how annoying I am? Like, it's just very annoying to fight me, but I know that I'm at a disadvantage given the fact that he has base boost, he's got all this stuff, and I just need to play my strengths. And my strengths right there are annoying the hell out of him and making him do something stupid. Because he feels like he's got all the power. He feels like I'm a runner. You know, I'm getting him very comfortable with the idea of killing me. In his mind, that fight was like already over with. Until I got him out.
If someone's coming up with that, whatever you call it, the mist thingies, immediately just get distance.
Get space, yeah, 15 meters plus. Preferably 20, you know, like just outside that range where they're like still wanting to use it, but they can't. It's just not gonna hit.
The base boost gloves are really good.
Yeah, and you can base boost them back if you have them.
Would you recommend doing what you're doing here, solo duos, as a practice method for?
Yeah, you could. You could. I mean, I think it's pretty good practice for drops and figuring out how to navigate them. I don't know about like just normal games. I mean, it's kind of up to you. I feel like solos is actually sometimes the best training for just like pure mechanics and game sense. Solo duos can be a little overwhelming for some people, and they can play a little too passive. Getting out this window. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this dog bone to disrupt this guy, and then I need some space. I just want to get a sense of where he's at. I want to see if he makes some footsteps. Okay, he's coming over us. We don't have great cover. We're gonna break this open, and then we expect him to jump over this right here. He's not. He's sitting up here out in the open. Easy beams. Okay, we don't chase that because he's gonna have a teammate. We need more loot. Because if I chase that right now and I have this much AR ammo, I die. I get myself in a bad situation. I don't have shields. I don't have anything. So unfortunately, we just have to let that guy go. And that's a big part of this, is especially on drop, is just not getting too committed. Where the heck is this chest? It's behind a wall. So we don't have great loot still. I mean, it's okay. But we're gonna go ahead go down to B and see if we can get or C room and see if we can get some shields. Oops.
And if you don't have good drops, just watch Toby's mastery or drops video.
Yeah,
Got to the
and
point where I can time my drop to kind of hit going straight into where I want to go, but then I don't have time to be, scanning around and looking at the horizon, see how many teams are coming with me, because I'm usually slightly ahead of them all. So is it better to hold back ever so slightly so you can get a better view of what's coming in with you?
No, not necessarily. I think like as you approach ground, you should look backwards. Like make sure you got a good drop, that you're actually beating everybody, and then once you feel that way, you can look back and see where other people are landing. But I think getting to the guns first is a huge advantage. Oh wow. Can be a huge advantage to just get to the weapons first and then know where players are, because they're all struggling to find weapons. You already kind of set up, and you hopefully landed on a weapon that you wanted. Where did everybody go? There's like a ton of people here. Okay, so footsteps, we get straight to cover. We look for the teammate. 2 up there, so yep, we can't peek that. Can't challenge that. We're gonna see if we can find a 1v1 angle. Here we go. And now the other teammate's gonna be confident that they're not gonna get shot. Now we're gonna move again because they're both looking at us, and we start with a new angle. So you see one pushes up confidently. We crack him. We scan, and now what we want to do is fight the other guy, because they wouldn't expect that. He might have the yoink. I'm going to back up more. Wait for his bubble to expire. He's a little too committed to it. So with these duos, a lot of like fighting teams, if you're doing like solo or squads or whatever, is not getting too committed. Not like continuing to fight the same person, because if you get in certain fights, you put yourself at massive risk of getting off-angled by the other teammate. So right now I'm just like, okay, which one is better to fight? Can I get a unique angle? Now they're holding hands. Now we gotta back up a little bit. Oh, no, they're fighting. Now we can go back in. Very stupid fight by them. Very dumb to take this fight out there. That's exactly how you die. They knew that somebody else was in the area and that they were fairly skilled. And now they are deceased. Okay, now we took kind of a stupid fight. I didn't think there was going to be another team so close. But we got movement, which is why we get in that fight. We don't enter that fight unless we have movement. And now we look for 1v1s. We miss, we just reload. We change up the angle. 114, we could probably go in on that. I don't know where the other teammate is, though. I'm ready to get off this roof. I'm off. I have 6 shots in this shotgun, which is actually 3. We scan. And we just play AR range, because we can't take a... Well, if he goes for res, which he is... Somebody else is shooting now, so we got to be aware that there's another team. So now we look at that building, make sure we're not getting third party one more time. Just thirst this guy really quick, see if we can get some ammo off his body. Swap for a shotgun if he's got one. He doesn't, so we don't have to reload this thing, but unfortunately we do. And then we got another team rolling up in a car right here, and we're in monkey in the middle. And you never want to be monkey in the middle, so we just got to get out of here. Now he's monkey in the middle. Cutting angles from this team over here. I'm making sure that they can't have any kind of view on me right now. The whole time I'm fighting this, I'm doing it safely. Can go ahead and hit a shield pot. And now we hit a scan. And these guys are very passive, so I already have a feeling about how this is going down. Just gonna run right to the car. I thought I had my kill switches in that other slot. So now we separate them and we go to this bush. This guy's out in the open and he's dead. And then the teammate is going to start pushing up on me. And then we just output damage. Look, this gets him real scared. He wants to get out of this fight because of the amount of damage he's taking. If I were to not put damage out right there, he might consider taking the shotgun fight. But because I keep hitting him, he just initially is just, no matter how much damage I'm doing to him, he's going to be a little bit wary about taking the fight because he just feels like he's at a disadvantage. Even if it's 7 damage, he's getting hit. Which is like, this guy's looking at me and like, I'm not firing back, and I think he's still hiding up here.
I feel like everything you're doing here is like super applicable in solo. And it's like, I will try to like adapt this kind of like mentality behind all these solos, because it seems like it's going to be overpowered with like all the amount of third parties and like...
I just need to get myself to that mountain range so I can hit this guy when he's going in a straight line. Probably not gonna happen. Yeah. So yeah, like you can see, I'm not getting involved deeply into fights. I'm ready to leave at the drop of a hat in any single fight versus a duo, even solos. It's just the same way. If you have an idea that there's a third party in the area, you need to be able to be ready to leave immediately. You know, don't risk it. We're looking at things. We got to loot efficiently. So I know there's some chests in here. I'm going to go play this corner right here because I know there's a staircase nearby. If I get in trouble, I can play the staircase. I'm going to hit these heals, and I'm going to play this corner right here, block line of sight. Got my mobility set. I got movement. I got SMG. Now I've got fighting loot, but I don't have a great amount of heals, and there's 2 enemies here for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and just loot a little bit more. And now I'm working angles. I want to get these guys separated. So I'm going to cut through here, see if one will chase me. Okay, now there's 3. I need to get out to the outskirts. I cannot fight 3 people at once. Now I hear them fighting. Now I'm thinking, okay, we're going to start moving back in here pretty soon. Get as much loot as we can. We're not in any need to push in right away. Actually can pick up heals in case I get hurt. And now I'm listening. I just want information. Okay, there's a guy on the roof shooting at this guy. See how I'm not shooting at that guy on the roof yet? I want to figure out what's going on first. This is a huge part of surviving the drop. Is not getting focused. Okay, and now we split. We don't fight these guys because it's a 1v2 and there's another person in that bush out there. I don't want to be monkey in the middle, so I rotate out. Now I'm looking over this way in case anyone's a third party over here. I'm getting distance. Going to staircase. Staircases are generally pretty good. Going out, we gotta throw a bubble, and then we gotta play mobility. And we're probably dead here. We'll see. These guys are probably going to overcommit at this point. They're very set on killing me, and now I just create a lot of space. We'll see if one's dumb enough to push alone. And it doesn't look like it. Now, see they're starting another fight. So now this is another opportunity. Because I left that fight and I didn't fight it out, I can actually come back in third party. So now I'm going to kind of walk back in here. I'm not going to pull up my mobility because I don't want them to see it on visual audio. And I'm just going to take a look. All we're looking for is one pick. If we can get one guy down and get ourselves in a 1v1, that's not a safe shot yet. Still looking for a safe shot, and I'm trying not to show them my visual audio footsteps. Grab bunkers just in case. So we got 4 bunkers. That'll definitely be useful. Okay, it sounds like they're fighting this guy, so now it should be easy to get this kill, to get 1 kill, because that's really all we need, right? Turn those odds into a 1v1 situation. Probably could have hit those heals, but... So now I'm waiting for one person to start standing still. See that? See how I wait for the target to be easy, and then I'm like, okay, now we got this. No problem.
So it's okay to wait.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
If you're not in danger, definitely just kind of like wait for an advantage. Now I'm gonna play a bubble right here. This guy is 70 off, but I'm still pretty hurt, so we're looking at our own health. Looking for ways to get in here safely. He's rezzing over here. And now we just stand our ground, let him push into us if he wants. And he dies. I've got good loot now. This is all I need. So this is like fighting loot. I could go hit med machine. Like, oftentimes I will do whatever's the quickest to heal. So, I mean, you can always get more gold. You can't always get more time. So generally, if I have like a decent amount of gold, I just get out. Yeah. So any questions on that whole situation? Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so for my personal experience, I often like find myself feeling like I'm being like bullied out of the POI. Like, let's say I like hot drops, and then like I make a mistake, I get like damaged, but I manage to survive. And what I do is like, okay, I need to get out of here, like, period. So it's like I leave, have like low HP, and then like I struggle to either find like people because they already rotated out, or like I spend the whole time finding heals and I'm like avoiding fights because, oh, I'm too hurt for this fight, I need to like reset first, so I'm like avoiding some fights, and then like it's very slow for me.
Yeah, so did you see what I did? Did you see how I got hurt? But I had enough to take fights, safe fights. I had enough to take safe fights from a distance and look for opportunities to poke. And that's what we did. That's how we ended up taking down that duo. Is just like, okay, like, look, I'm at 110 HP, but it's actually, it's still doable because this team right here is fighting. And so they got in a fight and I heard that happening and I left to get a safe position. So yeah, see how I went to this bush? This is my opportunity for me to have a massive advantage. Like, I knew that there's a 90% chance that if somebody pushes out into this open area and they don't have mobility, which on early drops, you can assume that most of your enemies don't have, you know, a full loadout with mobility. If a guy pushes out here, he's dead. And then it's a 1v1. So that's why I'm healing in this bush and I'm just sitting here waiting. I'm waiting for somebody to make that mistake. Oftentimes when you're in like a 1v2 situation or even a 1v1 and somebody gets you hurt, they just mindlessly chase you and they'll do stupid things like, he's like, oh, they're one shots. So they chase out into here and they don't realize, yeah, you're carrying 2 minis and they're out in the open with no cover. You've got a bush, you know. So that's what I was waiting for here. So I didn't fully reset where, like, I think what you're saying is maybe you fully reset and you're like, okay, now I need to go find heals because, you know, I'm at 60 green, 50 shields, like, you know, 160 health total. We need to be doing better here. Whereas that's not necessarily true because if these teams have been fighting and they're kind of scrapping, then you can still look for opportunities to take down one team member, make the other 2 fight, like, as long as you're doing safe engagements. So you notice that the whole time here I was staying at like kind of a distance And I wasn't getting involved in really close range fights, and I was looking for really clean opportunities. This guy's sitting up on top of this train. A lot of people would shoot him, but I know that I'm not going to eliminate him in just one burst of AR. And that's not a clean fight, because then the other enemy is going to push in and start fighting me. So I'm like, okay, we're going to ignore this. I'm kind of calculating. I'm like, nope, that's not it, because exactly, he just was going to do that. So now we're just kind of rotating around. I'm staying off their visual footsteps, visual audio, to see if they're going to go push towards the boss. We're going to grab some loot, like, just to make it even safer. So these bunkers are great because you can just stack bunkers and make a bunker maze and then use your mobility to get out if necessary. And now I'm just looking for opportunities. So I've cleared this area, and that's a big thing, is like clearing areas and angles, right? Now I'm very confident that the players are all over here and nobody else is in my POI, at least not locally. And now I can look for a cheeky little angle and make sure that I kill somebody. Not like, oh, do some damage and let them get to cover and then take a 2v1. I'm really looking for kills right now. Looking for like a very easy kill. See how this guy starts strafing left and right? So now he's strafing towards me, and that's when I begin to shoot. Because he's running kind of left and right. Sorry, I should say forward and back on my screen. But right now he's running left and right on my screen, which is his forward and back, or their forward and back. But I want to wait until he starts strafing left and right, because when they start strafing left and right, it's the easiest shots in the world. So that's what I'm waiting for. Waiting. We see him slow down, and then we start shooting. We know that, like, unless they're a very good player, they're not going to instantly turn. We get 175 damage. Like, it's nothing, very easy. And then the whole game is just, you know, take a fairly safe fight, because I don't have a lot of health. I don't want to get into a shotgun fight, really. And I want to give this guy some time to res his friend. If he wants to go res his friend, that's fine. But I'm trying to avoid that close range fight because my health isn't quite there. And I want to use everything that's in my inventory, because I probably have better stuff than this player, is my thought. Like, I've got bubbles, I've got 3 bunkers, and I got mobility, a shotgun, and an AR. That's like a lot of really good advantage. So I'd rather use that stuff, get some range, rather than take a shotgun fight and have him hit a really good shot and find out that he had a purple sentinel, which I think he did.
I find that when I'm doing that, I tend to just be hyper-focused on just get away. And I'm not looking at my surroundings or anything. It seems like you're prepared to look for a good spot to stop and turn and see what's happening behind you, instead of just flat out get out of there.
Yeah. So that's like the thing, is you got to realize that you kind of put yourself, you'll start to, as your mechanics improve, you get more confident in fights, and you're not like freaking out all the time. The more you're able to think, and the more you're able to think, the more you can put yourself in the enemy's shoes about what they're thinking. So, and Halo really helped with this, because I did, Halo for so long, where like you're in this arena, you all have the same stuff. It starts to become more about your wits and more about your knowledge, your assumptions about what the enemy's going to do, like safely, taking safe assumptions about playing mind games with them, trying to play from their perspective. Like, okay, how can I make this person do what I want them to do? How can I make them come down this hall? How can I get them to chase me? How can I get them to separate? You have to like kind of start thinking about it from their perspective. And a lot of times you can just manifest that stuff to happen if you just, do the right things.
I love that each fight you took, it never was about like throwing off their shot, like, oh, I'm gonna have to like slide around them to like, or break their camera or whatever. It never has been a movement fight. It's always been like kill lane, cover, and like distance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like really like something to take away from this, I guess.
Yeah, it's like resetting fights, looking for advantages. You're not ever running necessarily. You're just resetting. And I think a lot of people get confused between repositioning and running. I very rarely ever run from a fight, because if you straight up run, it's not as fun. And 2, you learn so much more when you can figure out how to squeeze an advantage out of a bad situation. And you can get more loot and just a faster going game if you just take the little bit of risk and don't make it so risky. Like, you can take something that seems risky and make it less risky by doing smart stuff, I guess. Alright, so I don't know if we landed. So we're on outskirts again because a bunch of people landed on this building, so I know that we got people over there, and I think there's people. I don't have enough shields to really push into that unless I play outskirts and use these dashes. I got 2 dashes on me. I could put in the shocks, I'm just not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to. I actually like the sprite movement better sometimes, and I kind of want to get involved in this poking from afar. I'm going to get in here really quickly and finish this guy and then get out with a dash. See, this is why dashes are so good. Can just instantly get out. There's not a lot of audio to them too, so people don't really know that you're using them. You can fill them up really quick again, and I could definitely put the sprite in. Oh, okay. So we got to be ready to leave. We're just gonna. Ooh, see, that was bad target prioritization right there. That was a fail on my part. Easily could have won that if I would have stopped shooting Batman just for a moment there. So that was really bad on my part. Super easy fight, and I'm an idiot.
Was it because Batman was moving and wasn't?
He wasn't looking at me. Yeah. As soon as he's not looking at me, I'm fighting 2 guys in a 2v1 with no advantage related with health or anything, right? Like no cover advantage. I have concealment, but they can both easily shoot me. So the second that I get Batman to stop shooting at me, I need to go over to Superman. I don't really care if he survives. Like, I can kill him later. Right? He's not really concerned at this point. This thing is a major concern because they're still shooting at me. They know where my bullets are coming from. So I should have been shooting back first. I should have been shooting him. I would have won the fight right here. As soon as he stops shooting, right at the moment where he turns his head, I need to switch targets. We bait him to shoot at us, which is fine, but we don't have enough health to take this fight and not be prioritizing targets properly. See, right there. Now we switch to Superman. Instead, I keep shooting, and then, almost a full second passes where I could have killed this guy. He ends up with 43 HP.
When you walked up out of the bush and saw 2 sets of footprints, to just turn and use dashes to get even farther away?
Yeah, it would be. Given my health, that was not the right fight to take. But I still could have if I would have prioritized properly.
Right.
Like, I knew that I could pull it off, so that's why I was like, we'll try it. We'll test it right here. But I pushed too far and didn't prioritize targets properly.
Like, in those similar situations, as soon as the first guy stops shooting at you, you start shooting at the second guy instead of finishing the first one?
Yes, because if you have 2 people targeting you, you need to be targeting the guy that's still looking at you. Like, if you're just taking damage from the person, if you're accepting damage while shooting at somebody that's not looking at you, that's not very smart, especially when you have 100 HP. Like, if I had 250 HP, sure, I can take that fight, but I had no shields. So, it's all situational again, but in most cases, you can let somebody survive. It's more important to survive yourself. Because once you've got somebody that hurt, they're usually not going to get involved in the fight for a bit. And usually, if you have some movement, you can jump on their head right after you finish the second guy. I feel like this.
I still feel like asking if there is a way, if you for example, me, who accidentally hits the space bar and thumbs it and jumps out of the bus, and is there a way to is there a good way to fix a bad drop, would you say?
Yeah, just go to a small shack with the car. Just try to find a car. If you try to find a car, that'll usually fix your job because you can relocate. Alright, so you can see what happened right there. We got really bad loot. We just need to space because there's way too many people. And we need to get some loot. So we're going to play outskirts until we get some fighting loot. When I say fighting loot, I mean shotgun, shields, AR. We're going to go ahead and use these dashes to get over to this spot, and I'm expecting somebody to be over here. So I'm kind of playing outskirts. I'm looking for an easy kill. He's not there. If he were, he would have already looted this. Let me go ahead and turn this guy in. Hopes to get a shotgun or some shields. And while we do, we're looking around. See a lot of fights going on out there. So I know that I can get in on this fight in third party. There we go. That's what we need. Okay, so now we take this fight with this loot right there. Yeah, I think that's it. Wait. What am I missing? Medkit, yeah. Take the medkit. Throw the spread ahead, pick them up for the dashes. There's some loot right there. So now I know that probably half of this lobby is dead, or half this POI is dead. This is easy kills. These guys aren't looking at me. Wait, did they teach AI to do that? No. That'd be crazy. So we go straight up, vertical dash, and now we know this guy is crows, so we gotta play by the rules here. We're just out of 15 meters, and I don't have a shotgun, so this is a very easy kill actually, because he's gonna go back for his teammate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dash through the room, make him start rezzing, dash out, and rinse and repeat. You know the rules. Stay away. This guy can't do anything. We have a car driving through. Is that Oats? Oats? Awfully quiet.
No comment. By the way, there is another team in there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find them. Okay, so we got somebody pushing alone. Nice, good, good. We love that. So now they both get close to us. Watch what I do here. Let them get close. A shock out. Once they get close, now they're like, ooh, we're on his tail, we're on his tail, we're on his tail. He went this way. Now they get kind of excited. They're like, oh, he was just here. And sometimes, yeah, there he goes, there he goes. Come on.
They will chase.
Yeah. Silly boys. Just straight up take a 50-50 against somebody in a bush. Now we shock onto this guy. Easy. So, but you'll see what I did there was the little bait and switch where I let them get close, because if you let them get close, then that means you're shocking away to the furthest point from both of them. Right?
Come again?
If you let them get close to you before you shock out, that means you're going to be furthest from them once you shock.
Oh.
It's the safest thing to do, is to let them get in your building, then shock. Because if they're out here, you know, say like somebody's out in this courtyard and one pushes me, and then I shock out like this, and I land right here, this guy's just going to be me. Now I'm going to, you know, he's going to shoot me in the back. So in case, I'd rather have them both close to me, then shock out, and then they both see me leave, and they're like, oh, he went that way! Chase him! They're like both like on the same page, and they get that like extra confidence as well.
Oh.
And they'll push up and do stupid things, like Exhibit A. Yeah, I don't like this place at all. That's another thing is, with these drops, if you guys want to loot efficiently, loot at places that aren't like multi-storied. Multi-storied buildings are about the worst you can do, because the loot is just like so scattered and it's kind of sparse. Like it seems like it's dense, but it's also between 3 or 4 floors, and it's like in weird locations, and it's just like you spend so much time navigating it. And oftentimes, better looting, more efficient looting is just done on like more of a horizontal plane. 1 level, 2 levels at most. So this is a real player, you can tell by the way they're looting. Nope. That's a real player. So now we got ourselves in a sticky situation. I think we can eliminate this guy pretty quick. That's an AI. I thought this was a real player by the way they're looting. Turns out it's not. I do want the cape over here. And the bubbles. Okay, so now what we can do is just, again, get them close, out in the open, make them confident, and then we get up here, look, now they're in a bad spot. Oh, good, 1v1. If I can land a shot. Now the other guy's gonna come out way too late. He's like, oh, come on, come on. Help me, help me. And
Why
now
did
look,
you push
he's
into
out
that?
in
I
this
can
stupid
already
spot.
hear them say it.
His friend is his probably his little cousin. Get me out of here!
Oh, no way, he's going for
He's
it.
gonna start rezzing out in the open.
He's gonna
Pop a
bump you off
shield
the
bubble
cliff
down.
with the car. Oh no, I'm the best. I got it, don't worry, I got it.
It's disrespectful.
Oh my god.
Drive away from him a little bit, and when he catches up, drive back away.
It kinda reminds me of one of those, please
Where'd he
just
go?
don't kill me moments.
Did he
He's in a
land in the
car
tree?
fly.
Oh, he got in the car.
I wonder who's having
feel
more
Start
fun.
pickaxing him.
I thought they
Oh,
removed
oh,
the
oh,
pickaxe
Far into
though.
him.
Just use a dodge. Just dodge him with a dodge.
He's gonna run out of ammo soon.
You're gonna run.
I'm
Oh my
sorry.
gosh.
He had no ammo, I should have waited. Dang, he was out. I should
Poor
have
guy.
waited.
Gets
Sorry,
killed.
that was rude.
And leaves
Just
the
quit.
body.
Now that I've fully griefed your game. Sorry. Alright, if you made it this far, go ahead and just leave a like on the video. Obviously, you thought it was interesting or you found it valuable. And if you didn't, leave a thumbs down on it. Tell the algorithm what you like to see, what you don't like to see. It will help you get better content in your feed. And if you want to help support me and my family, please consider using code TobyWanShinobi in your Fortnite item shop. And if you want to improve your skills massively at Fortnite Zero Build, go check out my must-watch playlist on my YouTube channel for Fortnite Zero Build. I guarantee it'll help. And if you really want to take your skills to the next level, consider joining up as a master level member in the Shinobi Clan to join in on live sessions just like the one you just watched. Alright y'all, have yourself a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Shinobi out.